Today we are going to see 10 great romance animes where the main character is extremely overpowered. I'm 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞 and let's get right into it. Spirit Chronicles. You know that I love a good isekai, so to start things off in the best way possible, let's start by talking about one. One day our main character lost his life in an accident and wake up in a new world. In that new life he was a poor kid that didn't even have food to eat, but he had an incredible talent for magic, and using that magic he found the lost daughter of the king. And this is where things start to get good. He starts to study at a private academy and starts to get more and more and more overpowered. Soon enough, he will even activate the 𝐸𝐸𝐸 mode. And listen, I'm talking serious here. This guy is literally the version 2.0 of 𝐸𝐸𝐸. Apart from the fact that he's more overpowered. Oh, and he also can fly. And also has a harem of girls. Well, I guess he's better than 𝐸𝐸𝐸. Anyways, as you can see, this guy is the Mr. Isekai protagonist _123 _PvP. But well, if you are a guy that prefers to watch romance between one girl and main character, I got you. Let's go to the next anime on the list. Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World. Let me start by saying that this title is beautiful, and it represents very well the ideology of our main character and the girl that he loves. Either they will get what they want, or they will lose their lives. So, 𝐸𝐸𝐸, our protagonist, is a talented knight at the service of the Empire, and the girl that he loves is his enemy. In this world there are people that can control the astral power, which basically means that they can use magic. Everyone who can use magic is extremely overpowered, and the Empire was afraid of that power. Thanks to that, they decided to kill every mage in Earth. And you guessed it, the girl that our main character loves is a mage. But she's not any mage. All people that had magical power came together and created a country. And the girl that he loves is the daughter of the royal family of that country. As a member of the royal family, you can bet that she is extremely overpowered as well. One day, they found each other at the battlefield, and obviously start to fight. But the fight didn't go as expected. Some time forward and they will start fighting side by side, to unite the world and obviously stop this meaningless war. The devil is a part-timer. If a talented knight isn't enough for you, what do you think about, let's say, a demon lord? Yeah, a demon lord sounds good. Exactly, our main character is a demon lord, but after an incredible fight against Hero, he now is stuck at the human world. And since he can't use magic in the human world, he now needs to work if he wants to eat something. And well, you know, you can't really live without eating. As you can see, this anime is kinda similar to 𝐻𝐸𝐸𝐸, that is an anime that he's airing right now. Well, at least our main character isn't alone, because the hero is also stuck with him in the human world. And if you haven't still figured out where this is going, the romance is between the demon lord and the hero. Because the hero is actually a girl, and she's a tsundere. And let's be honest, what else do you need to watch an anime? You already have an extremely powerful demon lord and a tsundere. You don't need anything else. Campione. If having the power to kill a god is power enough for you, then you should check out this anime, because that's exactly what Godo, our main character, is capable of. In this world, gods exist, and if you kill one, you get the title of Campione and also get his powers. As a normal high school student, Godo will obviously kill a god and get his powers. You know, right? This is what usually happens with a normal high school student, at least in animes. Now, with his newly acquired powers, a lot of gods are watching him and want to test him out. Fortunately, powerful gods aren't the only thing that are watching him. A beautiful girl with blonde hair will also appear. But she, unfortunately, won't be the only one, because this is a harem show, so as show go on, some more girls will appear and join the club. In another world with my smartphone, this is another isekai, with another famous isekai protagonist, a guy that is extremely powerful and has a harem of girls. Usually normal people can only use one magical element, but our main character, he can use all 5 of them, and with 2 extras, light and darkness. And I'm not talking about that cute girl from Konosuba. I'm talking about a hella powerful element. As you can see by the title, our main character can use his smartphone on this magical world. This because on his previous life, God accidentally killed him, and now he decided to give him a gift on this new life. But well, if you prefer an anime with a more complex and well-written story, then let's get to the next anime on the list. Guilty Crown. A beautiful and more importantly short title. Every anime should have titles like this one. Nowadays anime titles are longer than my will to live. Nah, just kidding. But talking serious, why do all anime titles nowadays be like that time I kissed a gorilla and was transported to a magical world, has a powerful being and was transformed into a powerful sword, and fell in love with a powerful share. That would be a goddamn good anime by the way. But let's talk about Guilty Crown. This story takes place in a post-apocalyptic world, and our protagonist obviously was a normal student, until the day he got an extremely powerful power. Japan had lost its independence after the virus, and our protagonist will use his powers to get it back, obviously alongside a beautiful girl and a lot of friends he made along the way. Apart from being a well-animated anime, it also has an amazing soundtrack, with music that we'll never ever forget. Wise Man's Grandchild. Let's talk about another isekai. After losing his life to an accident, our protagonist was incarnated into a new fantasy world as a baby. Unfortunately, his parents also died and he was adopted by an old man. After a while, we will find out that this man is the hero of the world. He has been teaching magic to our protagonist since very early on, so obviously he is also extremely overpowered. Now that he has reached the age, our main character will start studying at a magical school, and this is where the anime truly starts. So, if you want to see a powerful protagonist doing powerful things at a magical school, make sure to watch the anime. Trinity Seven. Every main character on this list is overpowered, but this one is on a whole another level. With his powers he created a new, artificial world, identical to the original one. Why? Well, because his childhood friend went missing. Furthermore, as series go on, not 1, or 4, or even 5, but 7 girls will fall in love with him. And as if that wasn't enough, his grimoire, that is what allows him to use his powers, will also transform into a girl. And by the way, every girl that will fall in love with him is also overpowered. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Well, I don't think it is. The protagonist of this story is 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞, a naive boy in a world where gods descended to Earth. His dream is to become the strongest adventurer of all time. But the reality is that he is kinda weak at the start of the anime. In this world there is a giant dungeon with monsters inside, and the job of every adventurer is to explore the dungeon. The deeper you go into it, the stronger the monsters that will appear will be. And that's why our main character can only fight at the first floors of the dungeon. At least when the anime starts. Because 𝐦𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐾 has something that is bigger than everyone else, and it is his determination. After a lot of grind, he will become extremely overpowered, and will be one of the stronger adventurers out there. One of, but not the strongest, because the strongest adventurer is the girl that he loves. His goal is to catch up to her, and if you want to know if he will manage to do that or not, you will need to watch the anime. To finish this video in the best way possible, we have Maoyu, Archenemy and Hero. As we already had an anime where the main character was Demon Lord, now, to balance things out, our main character is Hero. As a hero, his mission was obviously to steal the life of Demon King, but let's say that things didn't go as expected. When he went to complete his job, he discovered that the Demon King was actually Demon Queen, and she didn't want to fight against the hero. In fact, she was in love with the hero. They will join forces to make the world a better place, while developing their relationship in the process. This one is a wonderful anime that I think everyone should watch. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a season 2, so all we can do is to hope that it will come out one day. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want more anime recommendations, you can always watch my other videos.